Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, friends. In today's video, we will try to understand the group ledger. As you know, we are creating the ERP application in Python Django, and we already created the ledger. So that is only for single account. But if we want to see the multiple accounts as a group type, so how we can do it? So we can see today. First, we can log in using the Django authentication system. And this is our navigation bar. So here, group ledger, we can click on it. So it is asking the dates and group accounts. All groups accounts are here. Like we created account types, main accounts, sub accounts. So all main accounts which is created, it will show here in our list. Current asset, customers, direct expenses, direct income, fixed assets, indirect expenses, other income, vendors. So first we can here already we created the ledger here before. So it is showing the ledger of single accounts, all the detail accounts. But if you want to see the multiple accounts which is related to one group, so we can see here. So first we can select the from date, to date, and group. For example, I have direct expenses, I will see here, and date I will change it 2001. So we have two accounts, staff salaries and custom duty, indirect expenses. I will check here. Direct expenses 100003 direct expenses. We can go in sub account. You can see here direct expenses, staff salaries, this one, and custom duties and packing cartons. But we have data only in two accounts, no? So it will show here. Here it is showing the opening balance also. If we can put the date, for example, I will put opening date July 18. So this amount will come in opening balance. Now there is no opening balance for this one. So I will put here July 18, 2024. So it is showing the opening balance also for this. This is opening balance. It is already added here. Debit 1850 plus 1850, 3700, and this one wages for the December. Same like here, custom duty. It is opening balance is 175 plus 100 is equal to 275. Same like we can select another account, and here we have received amount on sales of property. So credit amount here, we can put date. So it will show the other account also. Sales, and it is showing the income from sales of shop number, this one. So we have two accounts here. Same like we can select any other group like indirect expenses. So here we have many accounts like petty cash expenses, fuel and payment, commission on bidding, office building expenses. So all these are the group of the indirect expenses. So this is the ledger, group ledger, and I am also working on the PDF printing for this one, but it is still in pending, so just I am showing you. For example, indirect expenses. You can also create the PDF for printing or email, but right now group ledger is finished, so that's it. So I will show you the coding also. What is the coding behind? We created one view. This is our view, and every view is called by one URL in Django. So this is our URL. Group ledger. This is our URL. Using this URL we are calling this view, and we have one template. Actually it is, we are using the template for showing the HTML data. Django template. This is our template. So first I will show you the view. As we know, we have two tables, voucher and voucher details. So what we did here, first we manually created one form. This upside, from date to date, group ID, we created one form using the Django forms here. Ledger form group. Group choice is equal to main accounts, from models, from date to date, and group ID is choice is equal to group choices. Like this we created. Then in this, after creating this form, in our view we are actually populating this form. First we are populating. When we are going on this URL, it will just blank populate this form and render to the HTML. Which HTML page, which template? Group ledger. This one, group ledger. In this group ledger we are designing all the HTML using the Django template. Then we are saying here, if request.method is equal to post any, for example, if somebody is querying this one, making the post request, so it will select the data, it will select the value of the from date to date and group ID, and then it will create the opening balance. For example, how we are creating the opening balance, we are filtering the date using the Django lookup, here using the Django ORM. So in voucher master, go to the voucher detail objects dot filter, go to the voucher date from voucher master, and LT is we are using for less than from date. First filter is less than from date. Second filter is sub account, main account ID is equal to group ID. Like we have here main accounts, this one. This is actually primary key here and foreign key here. And when we are creating the voucher, this is actually our main account, this is sub account. Here we are calling it from sub accounts. So we are saying the main account of the sub account will be selected sub account, which is here, this one. This is second filter. Then which value we need for group by sub account. Annotate is actually using for group by group by total or account or anything. We are creating new column name opening balance sum Coalesce. It is actually using if the value is blank. If the value is blank, so what we will do, if the debit amount is balanced, then make it 0, like NVL we are using in SQL. And output field will be float field. Float field, what is the float field? Float field means value with decimals. Opening balance, what is doing opening balance? Sum of debit. If debit is blank, then put the 0. Sum of credit. Up to which date? Up to opening date. And for example, this date, what is the total amount? Debit minus credit. It will be saved in our this query set. Then second query set is the data. Same filter, only we put here date range from date to date. Other filter, second filter is same, and also here we are putting the total. This running total, running balance. Running balance, we are using the total. There is one function, window. Window function is actually making the functions on for each row. So for every row we need the total. Same thing, place debit minus credit, but here actually the total of group by, and here is the total for every record, every voucher number. Here we are putting the partition by also. So partition by, what it will do, like this is partition, our group by is equal to partition. This total will be balancing, it will make the balance. For example, here you see 1850, then it is accumulating 1850, then accumulating 1800. Like here you can understand more. 125 opening balance 50 is equal to 175. So it is making the, using this window function, we are making the total group by, and order by voucher date, this way, using the voucher date. So like this, that we are creating the data query set. After creating the query set, we created one list, because when we want the loop also here. Because I want in first record, if the record is the first record, then we have to put the opening balance also here. This amount I want to add here also. If there is some amount, for example, here is no amount, but if there is some amount, we want to add here also. So that's why we are saying select the, if the value of the sub account ID is equal to opening balance. If the data, first we are looping in data, and then second loop we are started opening balance. If the opening balance ID, sub account ID is equal to, in our list, sub account ID, and the record is first record, then what we have to do, opening balance is equal to balance plus opening balance. Then this new list we can append our data. This list is the actually final result. Then we can change our data query set. Same variable I am using. We are actually just moving our list to this data, and we are actually rendering it to the, we are rendering it to our template, and form also we are rendering here, and opening balance also. So opening balance also we created here. So when it is, now it is, this is our view. In our template, what we did here, we created actually here regroup. Regroup actually it is a Django template function for group by. We are making the group. We just send the data list here. We are going regroup the list by sub account with the name of this is alias name as a sub account list. Then loop for sub account in sub account list, sub account dot grouper, sub account ID and the opening balance. Sub account. Then here we are using what I am using template tag. Here we are selecting the ID of the grouper ID of the sub account, and we are passing two parameters to our template tag. First is grouper ID, second is requested date, request.post.from date. Then it will return the opening balance also. So template tag we can see here. I created one template tag here, new template tag. Actually it is like a function. So what it is accepting account ID and from date, and it is what it is doing, it is returning the balance, opening balance for showing just in template. So here we are showing the opening balance, this one. After grouping this one, we are creating one table like for using the bootstrap, and we are looping our columns of sub account list we selected, and all column voucher number, voucher date. This is formatting of the date, month y, dy, duration, debit amount, format variable 3, credit account, align is equal to right, align left right. This is just a table CSS. Column balance also, all this column. So like this we populating our template. And after pagination, this I am not using right now. This is for creating for pagination. If there are too many pages, then it will work for our next page like previous page. So that's it. Thank you very much.